I did write it down because I have to memorize some of this. I can do it all. Let me start back with, it's 1991. One of the greatest inventions was that of the internet. Box office films such as The Terminator 2, Judgment Day, Silence of the Lambs, and mine and Ted's favorite, Father the Bride, were popular in 1991. Some of the TV shows at the time were 60 Minutes, Roseanne, Cheers, Home Improvements, and one of Mariah's favorites, I want to try to do this, Cut It Out, Full House. Some of the popular artists at the time with their hits were Madonna's Justify My Love, Janet Jackson's Love Will Never Do Without You, Mariah Carey's Someday, Extreme with more than words, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Good Vibrations, Mom, Love Marky Mark. And I just learned tonight that Rick loves him too, but not as a rapper, as an actor. So, just learned that tonight. In Rick's new favorite, Michael Bolton's version of When a Man Loves a Woman. But wait, there's more. It was late one evening when Lisa, Mariah's mom, was having some concern. So she did what any pregnant woman would do. She called her mom, B. Before I knew it, Mariah and I, her mom, were being told that we're going to be parents tonight. So obviously we were, the reality, checked in a little bit with us. We were going to be parents with many emotions such as joy and anxiety. But on the other hand, Mariah's timing meant that she would be premature. Doctors and nurses told us that she might not make it. Told you we should have a speech, but didn't prolong it for you. I don't recall any doubt that our child would be born healthy, as God has planned for Miriah, for her mother and I. On Sunday, January 13, 1991, 2 months early, Miriah Elise Rutledge was born at Sacred Heart Hospital in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh, what a sight. She weighed 5 pounds, 3 ounces. 5 pounds, 3 ounces. Small enough to fit in her hand, at least I thought so at the time. What was interesting was Miriah was kind of dark complected and had long sideburns. Not to worry, sideburns are now gone. Her mother and I were both in awe of how beautiful you were, and still are. God has blessed us, as well as others, with your presence in this world. Mariah's mom and I parted ways shortly after Miriah was born. This didn't stop our continued relationship with Miriah as relates to being her mom and dad. Mariah's mom and I both remarried, as you heard earlier. In turn, provided Miriah with an extended family. B, her Granny, always strong-willed and caring person who only wants the best for you, Miriah. And through the years has been someone that you can look up to and share your inner thoughts with and have. Your Uncle John, who passed away way too early tonight. But one thing's for sure, Uncle John loved his niece and is probably looking down at you today, sending you hugs and kisses. While on the other hand, he's poking at Rick on the side, reminding Rick, you better take care of her or else. He really loves you, Rick. But he's like that.
Mama and Papa Rutledge. Papa was quoted recently, Miriah. He's not here tonight, but that girl, Miriah, she's going places. And if Mama were here today, she passed away in 2015, she would probably tell you, Miriah, one of the most important things to having a healthy marriage is knowing how to cook for your husband. A little old school, but that's how she would tell you. Ted has been like a father figure to you. Sure, this is hard to admit as your biological father. However, Ted has proven himself, time after time, how much he cares for you and would do anything for you, and of course your mom. Not to mention having Ted and I as father figures in your life, 2 dads. I'm sure it helped keep away all those boys, at least in our eyes, who didn't deserve you, or until Rick came along. Grandma loved unfortunately she's not here tonight, could not be here due to her health. She's here in spirit, and I ask that we all, in our own way, pray for Miriah's grandma and Ted's mom. As you can imagine, she would love to have been here today to celebrate Miriah and Rick's special day. Beth, my wife, is here.
Okay.
Beth has known Miriah since she's about 1 year old. Basically, Miriah, your whole life. She loves you a great deal and not only wants the best for you. Beth has recently reminded me, or shared with me, that she always knew from the day one she met me that you were an apple in my eye, and that's why she fell in love with us. Beth and I were blessed to have 4 additional kids for you to call as your brothers and sisters. For you to be a mother hen to love, to hug, to play teacher with, and of course, boss around. There are always perks of being a big sister. Nana and Papa Taggart, they have always considered you one of their oldest granddaughters. They have provided to me much of the foundation of who I am today as it relates to being your father. And I am grateful for that, and I know you are too. Again, your siblings, Laura, Luke, Tommy, and Jake, have always looked up to you. Your work ethic while at school was phenomenal. You were always one who put their studies in front of everything else. In turn, you became the role model for your brothers and sisters, and myself, recently, 4 years. You're going back to school. How times have changed, everyone is getting older, yet the memories don't even stop. I'm sure there will be plenty more memories from Miriah and Rick as they start a new chapter in life. It's my last page, I promise. I got 3 pages. And we can't forget about all the aunts, uncles, and cousins and friends all here. I met many of them last night, rehearsal dinner. They're a wonderful group of people. Great stuff. Good people. And they're all should be happy for you too. That's why we're all here today. Then there's this young man from Idaho. He just so happened to swoop in out of nowhere with his charm and personality. Yes, you know who I'm talking about, Rick. His mom calls him Richard once in a while, but Rick James, yeah. I knew it from the first time I met Rick. He was head over heels for Miriah, and it was kind of hard to miss with all the hugging and whispering going on, kissing, and all those little things you do. And you've been married so long, you kind of go, oh God. But it's okay. It's good stuff. I've had many conversations with Miriah about her relationship with Rick, and during those times, I saw it in her eyes, as well as in her words. She too is head over heels for you. Miriah and Rick, I think there's nothing more important to us, your parents, Kathleen, Todd, Ted, Beth, and myself, to know that you both care and love one another as much as you do, and that you both have supported one another up to this point in your relationship, and will hopefully continue to do so. FYI, Rick, there's another 1 or 2 Green Bay Packer fans here today. I won't tell you who they are, but as a hint, they flew in from Alabama. They're laughing to your left, so we won't talk about it. Just put up there. Rick's folks, Kathleen and Tommy are here as well. Some of you may recognize Rick's mom from where she spoke at today's ceremony. Rick has shared some of his personal inner thoughts with me. Many are about how much his mom and dad love him. Despite all the juvenile antics we all tend to give to our parents at some point in our young lives while growing up. Rick hopes to replicate some of those values his parents have instilled in him as he and Miriah move forward in their marriage. Miriah, I'll never forget about all those father-daughter dances, especially the very last one, butterfly kisses. Sure, absolutely. And I recall some memories here for Miriah playing Monster in our house. Miriah used to play hide and seek with her sister Laura. And sometimes they think they're hiding from me, yet I'm in the same room hiding with them and they don't know it. But the best part as a father is when you get to scare your kids at a young age. I don't know what it's about, so it's terrible right now, but when you have kids, you'll see what I'm talking about, right? You remember those days, right? Miriah has always been somewhat independent about herself, and we always respected that. Even as a little girl, took Miriah to a supermarket one day. She's heard her story many, many times, but others have not. She might have been about 5, 6 years old. She's carrying around a purse, imitating her mom. It's maybe her grandbaby, maybe that. Not terrible. She had her purse. And I was introducing Miriah to the cashier who I knew growing up, were my neighbors. She said, "Oh my gosh, you're so adorable. Oh my goodness." As cute as I was, Miriah says, "Hey Dad, I'd like to pay for this." There's like, a bunch of food in the conveyor belt. I said, "Really?" And so, of course, the cashier's like, "Oh my God, Tom, you're so adorable." Even cuter, Miriah says, "I have the money." She pulls out her purse. The only thing the money was purple, yellow, orange. He said, "And a little bit smaller than your average U.S. currency." I said, "Miriah, I will take care of this, thank you. Maybe sometime you get older you can pay for it." One thing I was told years ago from a very, very wise man: choose your battles with your spouse wisely. And keep in mind, it's okay to be wrong, even if you're 100% right. That's what makes good marriages last. That'll tell you. A toast. Miriah and Rick, I pray that your marriage will be filled with many blessings. I pray that God will provide you both with what you need, even when you least expect it, or even when you don't understand as to why. God has a plan for all of us, and that's why He has united the two of you together. I love you both. God bless.